I would say a lot of my super positive memories came from sports. Probably my most, I guess, inspiring memory as far as sports goes was qualifying for state in 100 butterfly, which was the event I raced with swimming. And that's only because I just felt like we had a really good team environment with swimming my senior year, and so being able to train really hard for that and hit that goal was a really positive experience. And then we went to the state competition with a couple of other qualifiers, and that was a pretty excellent experience. So yeah, I would say as far as my most positive experience, that is probably it.
I really enjoyed our spiritual retreats. Those were unbelievably influential on my spiritual journey as well as my calling into ministry. I had kind of a blanket. I really enjoyed all the extracurriculars. I was very involved in many different parts of Concord. I was part of a cross-country team, and that was the only sport I did. And I was the worship leader. I was head of the worship team here. And I was also part of SGA as their chaplain, and then NHS as the president my senior year. Yeah, actually, Coach Minot was a really good mentor to me. He served as a worship pastor and a student pastor before, and that's kind of my calling area in my life. And he was a really good mentor to me, teaching me, more about those pastoral care, and also like music and worship as well, as a high schooler.
I would say definitely the sports thing. That was a great opportunity, just being able to be involved in a lot of sports. But as far as leadership positions go, again, in the same way that sports are, it's a smaller body of students to choose from, and so there's statistically going to be only a few outliers, and so if you're willing to step up and be a leader amongst your classmates, you can really hold a lot of leadership positions here and develop a really excellent resume. And I would say me being able to do that and be involved in a lot of different clubs and hold many different leadership positions is what led to me getting college acceptances and good scholarships and stuff like that. And so I would say as far as opportunity at Concord, there are many leadership opportunities really in every club for everyone if they're willing to pursue it and do the necessary things to obtain those leadership positions.
In high school, I definitely thought I was going to be like a worship pastor. And it's come to my attention recently that God's leading me more into the production realm of worship production. While I've been in college, I've become a sound engineer, and right now I actually run I direct all of the live streams and broadcasts for Samford University. And I've realized that's an amazing thing. I enjoy it, I'm good at it, and so as soon as I graduate college, I'm going to, fingers crossed, find something in that realm with a church that has a really, really great broadcast ministry.
I would say a major advantage that I had when I was in the later years at Concord was tremendous help from the guidance office. And I know that there's recently been a transition between guidance counselors, but I doubt that will make too big of a difference. But when I was at Concord, I had just amazing help from the guidance office at all times. So I have a lot of friends that went to other private schools and other public schools, and one of the biggest factors that led them to not apply for certain scholarships or apply to even some schools was it being so, or I guess their guidance office being so inaccessible. And so me having both a good relationship with my guidance counselor and a lot of resources and meetings and stuff set up by Concord that gave me a lot more information. I was very prepared going into my application process, and I definitely think that Concord helped me out tremendously in developing my resume and making sure I was doing things that would look good on my college resume prior to even applying.
I definitely believe, not only in terms of like a Christian education, but Concord specifically, you know, one of the best things I had about Concord was just how involved the teachers are, you know, in the students, you know, spiritual lives. It was crazy to me that I could, you know, finish a history class and then, you know, have, you know, a spiritual conversation with that same teacher, you know, within 10 minutes of the class ending. I do not believe, you know, I could have gotten that from a public school, and I really enjoyed the class sizes here at Concord.